Hey everybody, welcome back to WWE 12 Universe. You're watching the final Raw before the 2011 Royal Rumble, and I have with me the Slammy results. You guys have put your votes in, and on this extremely important episode of Monday Night Raw, I will be reading them off. Unfortunately, I was originally going to do a Slammy special episode, but a lot of people didn't seem to have interest. I got 3 different voters in total, of which all repeated their votes. Some changed. But thank you to the 3 people that actually listened and voted. I'll be sure to read those off in a moment. Let's just get this show started.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring, David A-List Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy.
The new Nexus. That is a cool name in the game. I mean, you might have said representing it to start with. I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't listening. But Randy Orton, you notice, is missing from ringside tonight. He is upset with these two. Says they let him down a couple weeks ago when they did not have his back. And David Otunga cost him the match against Daniel Bryan. Randy Orton says that tonight it is do or die for them, and they damn well don't want to die. Wow. Well, we got some tag team gear. Kevin Nash finally wearing some color. Looks like him and Vader are pretty serious about this tag team, I gotta say. Vader's got a little bit of a limp on him too, apparently. I mean, I don't know what that's all about, but he's got a little bit of a limp on him. To be completely honest with you guys, I was trying to go for tag team entrances. I kind of want to give people tag entrances more, rather than this, like, people coming out separately thing, even if it does mean loads of people come out the same. I just want to now. I've changed my mind. I want to do that now. Like I say, they look like a pretty legit tag team right now. This could be trouble for the new Nexus. So you may be wondering who won the 2010 Slammies. Obviously here on January 10th, no wait, no, that was last week. This is not my birthday, that was last week. This is Snazzy's birthday, January 17th. My mistake. We're here on the January 17th edition. There is no January 23rd edition. We're skipping next week, by the way. I think I said the Rumble was on the 30th. It's on the 29th, I've just realized. Oh well. Yeah, this is an important matchup for Otunga and McGillicuddy, as they've got to try and earn that final spot and compete representing the new Nexus for the World Tag Team Championships this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. The winner of this match faces off against the team of CM Punk and Edge for the vacant World Tag Team Championships. We're just one match away from that happening. The faction of the year, by the way, the 2010 faction of the year. 2010 was a year of a lot of factions. It was the year of a lot of big groups. People aligning with one another, whether it be for power, whether it be for just simply having someone have your back, or whether it be for sucking up to the boss. There's been a few, you know, the Powerhouse, the Crew, the Misfits, the United Kingdom. I want to say there's more than that, but suddenly the new Nexus, most recently, at the start of 2010, I think we had the original Nexus. The second iteration of the Misfits. There's been a few, but I can now announce to you that the 2010 faction of the year, undoubtedly, if you ask me, I mean, it was hands down, everyone was in support of them. The United Kingdom have won the 2010 award for faction of the year. I don't even know if there'll be a 2011 award for that. I guess we'll see how the year goes. If there's not enough, we can't have it, pretty much. The United Kingdom, despite not being a faction anymore, they definitely did earn that award. They had a hell of a year, and they've only just recently kind of collapsed as a unit. This is a bad place for David Otunga to be in, by the way. The guy is getting worked over. Up next, we got the Double Cross of the year. You may be wondering what exactly that can entail. Well, you know, with this year, we saw a few contenders. I recently mentioned Kane turning on CM Punk in the way he did. That really turned CM Punk's career around in a very negative light after he was just getting going. Or Sheamus turning his back on the United Kingdom in pretty much a single night. But I'll have you know that the winner of the 2010 Double Cross of the Year, one of the most devastating things we saw all year round, Mark Henry throwing John Cena face first through a car window to completely shift the power of who was in control of that group, and Mark Henry once again becoming the main man amongst the crew. Absolutely no doubt about it. That was a huge moment. Right now, David Otunga is not having a good night. The 2010 Match of the Year. It had some great ones. This was a really tough choice, in my opinion, but evidently you guys knew exactly what match you wanted, and it involves that man right there. The 2010 Match of the Year, no doubt about it. Vader versus the Big Show for the ECW Championship at the 2010 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. One of the most celebrated matches we've seen within this series thus far. McGillicuddy just kind of keeping Otunga alive, whether he likes it or not. The 2010 pay-per-view of the year, of course, connecting with the match of the year. You guys loved, apparently, the 2010 Hell in a Cell event, which was, of course, known as the night the Misfits took over SmackDown and formed for the second time. One of the biggest things to come out of that. We also had a great Hell in a Cell four-way matchup, Sheamus retaining the World Heavyweight Championship, and we had, as I mentioned before, the match of the year, Vader versus the Big Show inside Hell in a Cell as well. Otunga desperately needs to get out of the ring. And he does.
Boy, I hope you're right about that, Cole.
And McGillicuddy's in, and uh-oh. McGillicuddy could be out just like that. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. Feels he's got something to prove here, clearly. The breakout star of the year 2010. You know, we've seen some stars that really made a name for themselves. I did initially want this one to be more about people who debuted in the second season as opposed to people who were already in the first season. But to be fair, seeing who you guys voted in for the breakout star of 2010, I couldn't really argue. They have had a breakout year. Oh, big neck breaker there. The McGillicuddy, I believe he calls that. But due to the year that he's had, especially with his most recent return, Justin Gabriel, the former light heavyweight champion, former W Tag Team champion, former United States champion, has had a hell of a formative year. And honestly, I would be surprised if he went all of 2011 without ever winning the big one at some point. Guy was going toe-to-toe with The Rock. The brand of the year, of course, this goes against what the bragging rights was all about in a way, but it, you know, what the viewers depict as the best brand and what's the best brand physically, those are two different things. And that is why, as opposed to Monday Night Raw winning the brand of the year, you guys voted for SmackDown to be the brand of the year. Something I actually have to say I've been really backing lately. I do really enjoy Raw, but I think in terms of like my tier list, I'd say ECW's at the bottom, Raw's second, and SmackDown is number one, but I do enjoy all three, don't get me wrong. Your OMG moment of the year. This was another clear-cut winner, no doubt about it. It happened here on Raw, and it led all the way into WrestleMania. Christian returning from serious injuries, winning the 2010 and first ever Royal Rumble, and then going on to win the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. That was a hell of an OMG moment as far as a lot of people were concerned. I don't think any of us saw it coming. The Diva of the Year, hands down again, another clear-cut winner. You talk about who could have been the most dominant woman across all of the brands. Well, now that they're all Raw, I guess just Raw. And there's no doubt about it. It had to be the woman who has only lost 3 times in her career, twice in the last year, and only debuted last year. Karma, no doubt about it, the Diva of the Year. That just made sense. I had to agree with the vote. The Tag Team of the Year. This was a bit of a tie-up. There were a few tag teams that were voted in that were basically parts of factions. I kind of had to go with my own gut on this one. I was a little bit split on who I wanted to see win this, so I just kind of cast my own vote to make up the decision. As we had a vote for D-Generation X, and whilst I do like the combination of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and I think they are impressive, as a team, I wouldn't say they were the Tag Team of the Year. And I didn't want to include factions necessarily, since that was a whole other category. So without a doubt, it had to be the core, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, simply because of the year that Gabriel had. When it comes to tag teams, it's a little bit of a tough one to admit, but there just hasn't really been that much. And of course, finally, the Superstar of the Year, no doubt about it, the 2010 Superstar of the Year was a hands down, nobody voted for anybody else outcome. The Miz having a hell of a year, and he had to be Superstar of the Year. I mean, he's the first ever Triple Crown, 3-time tag team champion, longest reigning Intercontinental champion, current WWE champion. He's done it all. The Miz has had a phenomenal 2009 to 2010. And I don't think 2011 is going to be much different for him. So there you go. And on that note, we just finished the first match. And we now have it confirmed at the Royal Rumble. It is CM Punk and Edge versus Nash and Vader for those vacant World Tag Team Championships. And I've got to say, odds are definitely in the favor of these two giants, but it kind of had to come down to these two, really. I mean, these two teams have a lot of history with each other. Nash and Vader, CM Punk and Edge, no doubt about it. They got their problems, and they will be resolved with the World Tag Team title on the line. But later on tonight, Punk and Edge will meet each other in a 4-way match to determine if they will also be competing for the World Heavyweight Championship when they face off against Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre. Big 4-way match. First fall to the finish. Who's going to be the one face Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble? That's determined later on tonight. But up next, the moment you've been waiting for, the 2010 Diva of the Year Karma gets to go one-on-one with the tiniest, shiniest wrestler you've ever seen. As it would turn out, following his tag team match, Randy Orton apparently said he's had enough of the new Nexus. He's had enough of trying to carry them already. And it looks like we've had a bit of a breakdown on our hands. The new Nexus and Randy Orton fighting out the back. Who knows how this one could turn out? Will Randy Orton get a little bit beaten down here? Or is he going to put these two in their place? I mean, these two have just been through a tag team match against two absolute giants. And now Randy Orton's snapping on them. That's not exactly something that I feel like either of them needed. We've had a lot of backstage fights just lately. I feel like we need to get some order in the business.
This thing's just chaotic.
Very nice. The wily Orton outmaneuvering them. How the hell do you get those chairs? I want the chairs.
All right, enough's enough.
Enough's enough. This is live right now. We don't know what's going to happen. We have no idea. We were supposed to be seeing a match. I wrongly announced that it will be Karma against Tiny Shiny. It's actually going to be Beth Phoenix against Tiny Shiny after Tiny Shiny beat Karma last week. That's what I meant to say. I just got it wrong. These two taking their fight up this hallway. Randy Orton not scheduled for anything tonight. This could do some serious damage to Orton. What he said. Ooh! I mean, a part of me wonders if these guys are officially finished, or if they're still going to be aligned coming out of this. There really is no telling. Randy Orton has a very weird way of motivating people, and this could honestly just be a wake-up call for the new Nexus. I guess maybe this is his attempt to prove it. He said that they'd be sorry if they didn't win, and they didn't win. Maybe this is all just a test to make sure that they're still worthy of his leadership.
There's so many awful things that can happen.
Okie dokie. Love when it falls deathly silent. Oh, come on. Randy Orton getting worked over by these two. I mean, they may have just lost, but that ain't stopping them.
This truly is an all-out brawl.
Taking this fight all over the place.
These guys are just bringing it.
You should have quit when you had the chance.
Yeah, what he said. Something, something chance.
Come on, careful, guys.
Otunga into that door. Oh, McGillicuddy might have just saved his partner there.
The way this thing's going, somebody's gonna leave in a stretcher.
I mean, Otunga and McGillicuddy, they were on a little bit of a roll, if you ask me. This is kind of weird to see Orton so quickly, so abruptly make a decision like this, but he claims he's finished with him. Cool.
What's taking the officials so long to break this up?
Orton. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. No. Oh!
It's gotta be it.
McGillicuddy and Orton. I gotta say, that's probably taken Otunga out of the equation for sure. And McGillicuddy. Oh, shoulder first in the box. We've seen that before. Randy Orton laying out his former new Nexus, and I think it's safe to say that he's not really associated with those guys anymore coming out of that one. Well, I guess we'll see if anything more happens with Randy Orton in the night. Legend status accomplishments, apparently. Good for me. I don't know what I did, but thanks. As we move towards the next match of the night, as I said before, Beth Phoenix and Tiny Shiny set to face off one-on-one next.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from the United Kingdom, Tiny Star.
Well, Tiny Shiny, folks, coming on out last week. She defeated Karma, and it kind of derailed Karma's momentum a little bit heading into the 2011 Royal Rumble, where she's going to face Beth Phoenix in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Well, here tonight she's going to be facing off against Beth Phoenix, and if she can beat Beth Phoenix, then it goes without saying Tiny Shiny is the #1 contender for the Women's Championship. No doubt about it at that point. She'll have beaten them all. And by all, I mean the 2 top women right now on Raw. Regardless of who's going to come out the Women's Champion, she'll have beaten them, is what I was trying to get to the point of saying.
She is the WWE Women's Champion. The time is on. Beth Phoenix.
Going for a good match, if you ask me. Beth Phoenix and Tiny Shiny. That's got money written all over it. If we would have just signed Tiny Shiny, they'd have known. But now Beth Phoenix doesn't wrestle. So you wasted your opportunity. I believe it's Phoenix's first championship defense in 6 days at the Royal Rumble. Well, 13 days at the Royal Rumble. It's gone a little over the 30-day limit. Means she'll be due a defense pretty soon afterwards. So this is a good time for Tiny Shiny to pick up a victory over Phoenix and just hope that Phoenix is able to retain this Sunday. I mean, she already beat Karma, so if Karma wins, you know, she's already beaten the champion. It's pretty beneficial for her either way, really. If you haven't seen our Superstar Threads video, we've changed Tiny Shiny up a little bit. Got some new attires. I take it the hair change only worked on certain attires. Oh well. It is what it is. There's definitely worse things that could have happened. I don't know when that Superstar Threads video will go up, by the way. It should be up before this, surely. But with me, I'm just not sure. I mean, I had 3 weeks of Universe recorded and took a very long time to upload each week, so who knows. I've said it before and I'll say it again. For me, the most fun part in this series is just playing it. The least fun is editing it, and I just don't really enjoy all that much uploading it either. I'm happy to just play it to myself and leave it at that. No, I'm not. I mean, obviously, I like the feedback. I will admit, it's a little. I said it before, and I'll say it 100,000 times more. It's a little crushing when I'll post it, and you'll get your good bunch of top lads that will be there telling me all about how they enjoyed this and that, and they're looking forward to this and that, and just generally talking about the episodes, and I appreciate that, but every goddamn episode is full of being told how to book things, being told to upload a completely different series, even though this is the top series on the channel in terms of performance, so that kind of confuses me. When GM mode, when we feel like it. and a lot of people just counting down to 13 as if like this one doesn't matter. I'm just like, well, I've been really enjoying this towards the end. You know, I will say, I encouraged that at one point. I was talking a lot about looking forward to 13, and I am still looking forward to 13. But I'm looking forward to 13 because all of my plans for 12 are done. I don't have anything else to plan for this series. Whereas everybody else counting down to 13 is just like, oh, okay, all these plans and stories and stuff I've been thinking up and writing in my head for the last, like, few months. It don't really matter, we just want to hurry up and get to New Game. It's a little bit disappointing, because I really feel like I've been on a roll lately. I feel like what I've been doing has been better, personally. But I guess maybe not. It's been just over 3 minutes, and I don't really know who the better performer is right now, but what I do know is that up next we've got ourselves a 6-man battle royal. It is over the top rope. The winner gets a little bit of momentum heading into the 2011 Royal Rumble. This is something we do every year in the series, whether it be this reboot or the original. That was something I always like to do. It was the final week before the Royal Rumble. I feel like you should have some nice 6-man over the top rope battle royals featuring some people that could be in the Royal Rumble, just to see who kind of gets a little bit of momentum from each brand as they get a small taste of the Royal Rumble. I mean, it's different. You know, one of the rules in the Royal Rumble is once 6 men have entered the ring, no one is allowed to enter until someone has been eliminated. That is a rule in the Royal Rumble. And because of that, the 6-man battle royal is basically practicing you for a worst case scenario where you're in a surrounded ring. Look forward to seeing who's going to be participating in that 6-man battle royal. Participants like Batista, Randy Orton, Dolph Ziggler, European champion Wade Barrett. Going to be a good battle royal.
That Irish whip was delivered with tremendous aggression. Beth setting her up. Beth Phoenix with so much power.
Tiny Shiny not looking entirely too promising right now. This is an important match for Phoenix. The last time these two met in the ring, Phoenix lost to Tiny Shiny. Something that Karma has also done, which is really what's put Shiny at the advantage here of being like the next big thing in terms of contention for the Women's Championship. We know after the outcome of the 2 out of 3 falls, whether it be Phoenix or Karma, they are not to challenge for the Women's Championship until the person who wins this Sunday's match loses the Women's Championship. So that is a long potential time to be banned from the championship, especially if we get a reign the length of Karma's first Women's Championship reign. Phoenix could be without a title for a very, very long time. Tiny Shiny looking to be a little bit hurt here. Going to use those claws to her advantage. Those nails are huge. Give her an old eye poke. That'll get the job done. Tiny Shiny looking for the 9-5. Got it. Is that going to be enough? No. Well, that was the exact move that beat Karma last week. And only took one. Pretty sure I got that right. It's the 9-2-5. Just a moment, I'm checking my ring. Yeah, it's the 9-2-5. I thought it was. For those that are curious on the origins of the name 9-2-5, I think Sari explains it in the Superstar Threads video. If you don't know, then you don't. If you don't know and you haven't seen that video, then oh well. You'll just have to guess. Could we see it count out? I suppose it's entirely possible. Oh, in the ring goes Phoenix, and Tiny Shiny now could be the one to get counted out all by herself. Nope, she's back up. She's back in the ring. Still got some fight in her. Girl don't know quit. Phoenix riding off some great momentum from a women's championship win. I love the sling blade. What a great move. Especially that little hand gesture they do afterwards. Love it. That Phoenix is a lot bigger than Tiny Shiny. You really notice how tiny Shiny is sometimes. Ooh, nice neck breaker. Is that going to be enough? Nope. Phoenix is just full of fight. I mean, she took the 925 and she's still on her feet. No problem. That has not done anything to her. Ooh. Oh, here comes Natalya. That's Beth Phoenix's good friend Natalya. I would say trying to even the odds, but the odds were never really against Beth Phoenix. It was an even match until Natalya decided to show up. And I think Phoenix has just gotten the job done. Unfortunately, this just was not Tiny Shiny's night. Sometimes it isn't, sometimes it is. One week she's beating Karma, the next she's losing to Phoenix. I feel like that just says all it needs to about this Sunday's match. Well, Beth Phoenix is victorious. There's not really a whole lot more to say. Let's look forward to our Battle Royal match, which is next, everybody. It's next. I love these Battle Royals. Well, Dolph Ziggler, everybody, set for this one. 6-man over the top rope Battle Royal. Could he get that little bit of momentum heading in to the 2011 Royal Rumble match? I think it would be good for Dolphin to do that, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We got ourselves a big Battle Royal here tonight. Some of the best here on Raw that aren't featured in any other matches tonight. Of course, some of the people that are featured in other matches tonight will be in the Royal Rumble. You can expect to see, you know, Kevin Nash, Vader, Punk, Edge, whoever's not your champion coming out, they very well be in. The champion themselves may very well be in. There is absolutely no telling who's going to be in the 2011 Royal Rumble. But what we do know, leading into the 2011 Royal Rumble matchup, is the only men that definitely won't be in it are the 3 world champions, and that could change if they lose their championship. So, for example, we know right now that Brock Lesnar cannot compete in the 40-man Royal Rumble, but if he loses the World Heavyweight Championship to the winner of tonight's 4-way match at the Royal Rumble, he can then later on in the night compete in the 40-man Royal Rumble, depending on his status coming out of his championship defense. Or championship loss. You can't defend and compete. You can't win 2 championships. Macho Man's had it a little bit rough just lately. You know, built up a lot of momentum heading into TLC. Wasn't able to capture the European Championship, and not Punk's partner this Sunday. But Macho Man could definitely turn that around if you ask me. Ricky the Dragon, Steamboat, another man who was at one point looking to become World Tag Team Champion with Yoshitatsu, but how much bigger would it be if this man was going towards a World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania instead? I think that definitely would outweigh World Tag Team Championships. No offense to those tag team titles. We're all here for one grand prize, and Ricky the Dragon could be one step closer to it. All he's got to do is get a little bit of momentum here tonight, maybe a little more, you know, actually win the Rumble. And then there you go. There's your guy. Forgot about the knee pads. This is from SARIA'S Superstar Threads. This is a brand new attire that she put together. Definitely a little more out there than normal ones, but I used it. I said I'd use them, and I did. supposed to be silver and gold. Silver's a really hard color to hit in this game because nothing looks like it. It just looks like a faded white. The European champion got a lot to prove tonight. And he's going to have a lot to prove. I should probably change the knee pads. I think that would balance it out just fine. The rest of it's fine. I think it's just the knee pads. Got a lot to prove after losing to McIntyre last week in such an effective way. We really weren't expecting Drew McIntyre to be back so soon. But he is. Of course, former World Heavyweight Champion, a man determined, desperate, focused to become World Heavyweight Champion once again. 2010 will go down in history for Batista as undoubtedly one of the best years of his career for winning his first World Championship and one of the worst years of his career for everything that followed that World Championship victory. Getting screwed out of the championship by Jack Swagger, getting cashed in on Swagger by Sheamus, putting Batista right out of contention, and after fighting his way and being the only one at one point to be able to beat Sheamus, getting screwed time and time again in Sheamus' World Heavyweight Championship defenses. Batista absolutely deserves a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity at some point. Sheamus is out of the picture. Can Batista beat Brock Lesnar? I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing, that would make for a fantastic match. And this man who turned on his own allies earlier in the night. Randy has made it quite clear he's on a short fuse here tonight. 2 weeks ago, he believes he should have been the contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that was taken away from him. We'll see if Randy Orton can prove that he does in fact deserve the World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove. Brock Lesnar's first ever match here was a victory over that guy. Randy Orton was at one point kind of the gatekeeper to newcomers. He'd welcomed them in by beating them. And Brock Lesnar brought an end to that. Took Randy Orton out. And several months later won the World Heavyweight Championship, something Orton has not won in the entire time Lesnar's been around. At one point, this man was undoubtedly the guy to hold the World Heavyweight Championship. Couldn't get him away from it. Couldn't get it away from him. I mean, either one, really, actually. As a turning on his own allies was the start of something vicious from Randy Orton.
All the competitors are in the ring, and here we go with the Battle Royal.
This one's going to be a big one for everyone involved. Okay. Hello. Thank you for showing me that. Dolph Ziggler on the verge of an elimination. Could Batista throw Dolph over the ropes and out of the ring? Randy Orton going to help him. I think Ricky Steamboat maybe joining in a little bit there. Yeah, Ricky Steamboat even helping out. This is quite a camera angle. 3 men working together to throw Dolph Ziggler out. I don't know what he did to deserve that, but Dolph was out. I guess to be fair, that's the guy associated with Daniel Bryan, and that is who Orton has definitely got some frustrations towards right now. Rattle Royal, more like. Took out the shin of Randy Orton with that vicious kick. Apparently we're not going to focus on the other elimination going on. We are going to focus entirely on Ricky Steamboat and Randy Orton. And these mysterious symbols just keep popping up. Ricky Steamboat now on the bottom rope. Is he going to be able to hang in there? I think not. Goodbye, Ricky Steamboat. And then there were 4, just like that.
Atomic drop. This young man, Wade Barrett, is so dangerous.
Nice. There's one thing I love. It's an awkward combo that doesn't work. Wade Barrett could be getting thrown out by Batista. I mean, in a way, you know, it's a victory over the European champion, but it's definitely not a victory that at any point is going to earn you a title shot, that's for sure. And Orton now caught up on the bottom rope. You have to excuse me, I just got the shakes whilst watching that. Teeth start chattering. And it sounds like Batista has thrown Wade Barrett over the ropes and apparently wants to help Randy Savage. I'm not really sure what for, but wants to help Randy Savage. And yeah, he's a good guy, that Randy Savage. A lot of people want to help him.
If you're just tuning in, Michael Cole, along with WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, welcoming you to this amazing sold-out event.
Jerry Lawler scream. Just for your viewing pleasures. Oof. Savage clearly running on a little bit empty here. Randy and Randy. Savage up on the... Okay, thank you, Batista. Don't know what you got for Savage so much, but you gotta save him. Batista now trying to get Randy Savage over the top rope. Is he going to be able to? No. Randy Savage has got a lot of fight in him, clearly. These guys want that little bit of momentum heading into the Royal Rumble.
Randy Savage. Vicious shot to the lower back.
Savage's voice completely changed for a minute there. Don't do it, Batista. Don't do it, Batista. Okay. He didn't do it.
Macho Man, a well-schooled technician, high flyer.
Randy Orton now caught up in a bad spot here. Oh, okay, that's one way to get out of it, I suppose. For God's sake, Batista! Batista and Orton working together. And out they go. Out goes Randy Savage, I mean. And then we're down to 2. Randy Orton and Batista. 2 of the best, if you ask me. But he's looking for a Batista bomb? What the hell is he thinking? Oh. RKO, ooh. Oh, he got him big time with that one. Okay, Randy. This isn't what the Royal Rumble was going to be about. What the hell are you doing? Oh!
Evil intentions in the eyes of Orton.
Randy Orton. Oh, no, not again, not again. Oh, my God. Punt kick across the... Oh. Just took an RKO and 2 punt kicks. Randy Orton's on a roll tonight. I don't know what got into him, but this man's gone full on vicious. He doesn't like when referees touch him. I think Randy Orton just yelled something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. We got to move on now anyway. 4-way matchup coming up next. World Heavyweight Championship contender is determined. We'll find more about that in just a moment. Here we go, 4-way matchup. Daniel Bryan out first. We're going to find ourselves a new contender, everybody. But Randy's still in the ring. Oh. Daniel Bryan making his way to the ring for this big opportunity to compete for the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy is sizing him up. Daniel Bryan looking on confused here as Randy Orton. Oh! Well, hold on a minute. We got a Contenders match. In one night, Randy Orton has just taken out his own tag team partners and won this big battle royal in quite a vicious way, especially what he did to Batista. And now going straight for Bryan like this. Oh my god. Well, the referee is just kind of watching on. He's allowing this for some reason. These two fighting in the ring. I mean, maybe this is an official match. I don't know. I know that Randy Orton's been frustrated at the fact that Daniel Bryan took that opportunity away from him. Kind of humiliated him a few weeks back. The longest pin count we've ever seen in our lives. But there's no need for this. Orton's just being absolutely ruthless to Daniel Bryan right now. This man getting the first big singles opportunity of his career. Competing up against CM Punk, Edge, Drew McIntyre.
Because he's one of these guys who used to get beat up in high school all the time, but he paid $100 to go to wrestling school. Now he thinks he's great.
Trying everything in his power to fight back against Orton, but this guy's on a mission right now.
Look at the disdain in the eyes of the Viper. If you're just tuning in,
oh my god.
along with WWE Hall of Famer Jerry.
I mean, I saw that Orton wasn't leaving the ring, and I heard him yell something out after he connected with that Battle Royal victory. I don't know why I said connected, but after he won the Battle Royal, he kind of yelled something over in this direction, and I think he was saying that he wouldn't leave.
What a move! Can he capitalize? He's setting it up.
Randy Orton, I don't really know what the goal here is. Daniel Bryan was supposed to be competing in a big match, and he's just dropped him with an RKO. Bryan's back up to his feet. Good for him. Good for him for being able to get up so fast from an RKO. That takes guts. Is Bryan going to be able to still compete in this four-way match? He's a nerd. Seems like that RKO really woke Bryan up. The moment he got hit with that, he's been on fire. Yeah, absolutely. As I said, he's been on fire. Might have been exactly what he needed. Yeah, look at him go. Daniel Bryan, everybody. Got a lot of fight in him. Daniel Bryan kind of going face to face. Big Royal Rumble implications for Daniel Bryan. I mean, the thing is, this four-way match still has to go on. Is Daniel Bryan going to even be able to compete in the match?
And once more, momentum changes course. Under the rules of a no disqualification match, the referee is
back and forth. I don't know why no one stopped this. Mick Foley or someone needs to get some order out here. I mean, this isn't our official scheduled matchup of the night. Oh no. Oh geez. This will be the third time he's delivered one of these tonight. Orton. Oh my god. He's not done.
Again,
What's he doing? Oh no.
match. Anything goes. Well, I think that's about to be put to the test here. Good
Oh
Lord, he's
God.
just hell-bent on maiming his opponent.
Daniel Bryan clearly just having this huge opportunity taken away from him.
In their playbook. Oh, there's more in their arsenal. I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it.
Randy Orton doing everything in his power. Bryan just keeps fighting back. Don't know where he's getting this from. It's almost like it's WWE 12 or something. It's crazy. It's not taking any damage.
Oh, the longer Orton's in control of this match,
Oh,
the more
God.
dangerous it becomes. Ouch, he's going to be bruised from head to toe before this one's over. He's got him up.
Oh,
Right down on the chair. We're ready to see more damage done with that chair. Oh, and he gets cracked again with that steel chair.
Daniel Bryan. Oh, God.
You don't have to like it, but you have to respect it. Do you believe in those words? Well,
How many more steel chairs is this guy going to tear through?
with success. And Randy Orton is a success.
Daniel Bryan, I mean, at the very least, was hoping to compete in the 2011 Royal Rumble, and Orton might have just taken that away from him.
That's it. He's out.
Oh, there's a steel chair right there, Randy. I mean, I think you're aware, but there's a steel chair right there's a steel chair under. Oh my God!
KO. Randy Orton is going ballistic. He hits the drop kick from an incredible vertical leap.
Well, I think Randy Orton has had enough as he's entering the ring. What's going to happen now? Well, we are back, and Daniel Bryan has been escorted out of the building via a stretcher. Randy Orton celebrating in the ring the whole time we've been away. And we've been told by Mick Foley that the show must go on, a match must continue, and unfortunately if Bryan can't compete, the guy Bryan faced must. So Randy Orton being rewarded for that, it seems. He has been told he will be participating in this four-way match in Bryan's place. Double duty for Orton. Definitely turquoise. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this attire, actually. Definitely turquoise. CM Punk looking to get that Worldwide Championship opportunity, and him and Randy Orton, they got quite a bit of history amongst them, if you ask me. Two of the top guys back on SmackDown this time last year. Back and forth they went. And it was Orton that ended up becoming the World Heavyweight Champion off of it. CM Punk kind of did fade into the background, and that rivalry carried over here to Monday nights after the draft. Punk has wanted nothing more than to become World Heavyweight Champion for such a long time. And here comes Punk's tag team partner. Him and Punk, Edge and Punk that is, will meet Kevin Nash and Vader for the vacant World Tag Team Championship this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. We now know that for a fact. Can Edge do it? Can Edge get his hands on the World Heavyweight Championship once again? I think a lot of people would love to see it. The man has only ever held the championship one time, and it lasted only a few minutes before Jack Swagger cashed in Money in the Bank. I mean, the man that Edge won the championship from, standing in the ring right now, Randy Orton. And that was, in fact, Randy Orton's last World Heavyweight Championship reign. He has not had the championship since. He's not even been given a shot at the championship since, I don't think. But here tonight, he has been on a path of destruction. Here's one man who could definitely derail all three's momentum. Quite simply, though. Drew McIntyre. So good to see him back in the ring. Listen to this reaction. There it is. You can barely hear the announcer over the fans when it comes to Drew McIntyre walking out to the ring. man who has really won the hearts of a lot of people since turning on Sheamus, since standing up for himself. I think that's really it. You know, you talk about icons, you talk about people who set a good example. Look no further, Drew McIntyre showing that you don't have to take it from anyone. And now while Sheamus is on the injured list and William Regal's on the injured list, Drew McIntyre holds a dominant and quick victory over his former ally Wade Barrett, which brings him to tonight, where he'll be competing for the opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. I would love to see it. I think it's safe to say any one of these four up against Brock Lesnar would make for a fantastic match, if you ask me. 30-minute time limit on the clock, first fall to the finish. Who is going to be walking away with an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship? Don't you just hate it when you go somewhere and there's always that one guy who's just matching you and you didn't realize that you were going to be matching someone? Poor Drew, poor Edge. Of course, don't forget we will be seeing Punk and Edge, as you're seeing right now. They are going to go up against each other. Let's just hope that this doesn't affect their relationship heading into the Royal Rumble this Sunday. We know the championship can do some crazy things to people. And look at Randy Orton tonight. The guy was denied an opportunity at fighting for the World Championship, and in a single night he just snapped. We have seen Randy Orton tear through David Otunga and McGillicuddy backstage, come back out to the ring, tear through a battle royal, damn near eliminating every person in it, violently beating up the last person in the match, and then stealing the spot from Daniel Bryan by beating the living hell out of him in this ring. RKO after RKO, punt kicks, chair shots upon chair shots, to the point where Bryan had to be stretched out of the arena. And Dolph Ziggler couldn't do anything. He was beaten up by Randy Orton earlier in the night. What if Brock Lesnar was wanting a legitimate threat to his World Heavyweight Championship? I think we may have found it. I haven't really seen a whole lot of Brock Lesnar since winning the World Heavyweight title. Last appearance here on Raw, right after winning the championship, he defeated Wade Barrett in a champion versus champion match, and since then this tournament took place. So Brock Lesnar has not had to really worry too much about preparing for the Royal Rumble this Sunday. Let's just hope that doesn't leave him rusty. He's had a whole month to himself to just not have to defend the title, not have to compete against anyone, just prepare. But you never know what that's going to do for someone. Because while Brock Lesnar is out back not really doing a whole lot, you got Randy Orton in that ring tearing the hell out of everyone. You got Drew McIntyre focused as ever to try and win that championship, try to prove to Sheamus he was the better man all along. And you got Punk and Edge, who in a way I think are just going to be trying to compete with each other as well as prove for themselves. For CM Punk that he can finally capture the big one, and for Edge that his one championship victory that was only a minute or two long wasn't a fluke. Edge's championship victory came at an awkward expense for Randy Orton because Edge capitalized on Randy Orton failing to put Edge through a table, I believe it was a TLC match, if I'm not mistaken. Orton was so fixated on trying to punish Edge in that match that he ended up blowing it for himself. Oh, Punk going for a go to sleep on Drew McIntyre at one point would have put him real close to the European Championship. Not so much these days. And McIntyre was quite wise to use the ropes to pull himself out of the ring and get back to his feet. So much history with everyone involved in this match. I mean, admittedly, there are some paths that never crossed. I'd say Drew never really crossed the paths of many other than Randy Orton. They had a great match for the European Championship back at, I think, Night of Champions. Back and Forward once again. CM Punk trying to make Randy Orton tap out. Good luck with that one, buddy.
How much more extreme will this match become? Evil intentions in the eyes of Orton.
Drew McIntyre. Ooh, love that move.
Self-proclaimed second city saint is looking extremely impressive.
You wouldn't think that Punk and Edge are the tag team though, looking at Drew and Edge's attires. I really wasn't expecting them to match quite like that. Kind of forgot I picked purple for one when the other one came out.
Randy Orton has said, you don't have to like him, but you have to respect him. Do you believe in those
McIntyre showing some signs of hurt in this one. You really can't afford that. You can't afford to let everybody know that you're running on empty. He's got a weak spot right now. Orton covered by Punk. Just a one. It's been a very long episode of Monday Night Raw. I can tell you exactly why, but you might not believe me. He's technically had 6 matches tonight. Charged over, took down Edge. Yeah, there goes Edge indeed. McIntyre, oh, picking a good opportunity there though, gotta say, that was a good spot, good moment in time to try and go for that victory.
just taking advantage of every opportunity.
Orton dealing with a serious former enemy of his and CM Punk right now, quite physically. And you just can't out-tap them, can you?
Look at the eyes of McIntyre. Everything.
Oh, future. No, that wasn't a future shock. That was a flatliner. I know that. Going for a pedigree. Okay. Edge reversed it. Orton going for a pin on Edge. I mean, I don't really know how or why, but he did. He did.
Oh no!
That's a good noise. I think that was actually one of Randy Orton's voice clips.
Edge's mind so calculated, at times deranged.
Punk neck break. Oh, Drew McIntyre busted open there as Edge goes for the silly spear.
This time, oh, a horrible mistake there. Not this. He's looking at it again.
Orton. Oh, big knee to the head of CM Punk. Orton. Okay.
Oh, look at this. Edge's face is now covered from that brutal cut.
Drew McIntyre doing whatever it takes. I mean, he's been busted open. You got to get desperate when you've been busted open.
Time and again, Edge has shown that he's capable of doing anything to win a match. That makes him extremely dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Whew. Thought Punk was about to get dropped on a chair there. This going to be enough. Orton, he sneaks it. Oh, very nice. Orton sneaking a victory on CM Punk. Edge and McIntyre had no idea that was even happening. Well, this has pretty much just been Monday Night Orton all the way. Randy Orton laid waste to just about everyone that crossed his... Oh, no. No, 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 no more. Come on, Randy, no more. Enough is enough. Oh, what the hell? What? Oh, my God. What just happened? I genuinely don't understand. Triple H on Raw? I'm shocked and laying out CM Punk. I've got nothing to say. What a way to close out Raw. Just you know, I'm genuinely speechless. Wow, this really changes things on Raw. What is he doing here? I don't understand. Has Triple H moved to Raw? I guess we'll find out soon enough, but standing tall before the Royal Rumble is a good way to come back. What a return. See you guys on ECW.